last session. What we discussed in the last session? The last session we discussed about lambda functions, right? Last session we discussed about lambda functions. Okay. There are some statements we discussed. Okay, let me stack Python with the data science. Yes. Okay. These are the ones, right? How to create the lambda functions by using lambda keyword. Lambda function. Another name is like what? Anonymous. Okay. So below which are like valid statements. If it is like lambda function, okay, parenthesis is like not a valid syntax. Okay. So lambda without any parameters, that's okay. After that, only one statement, that's valid. Lambda parenthesis is not valid. If you have multiple arguments, then the time you can go with okay, argument 1, argument 2, argument 3 like this. Okay, that is also valid. Can I write more than one statement in the lambda functions? Can I write more than one statement in the lambda functions? No, invalid. I can write only one statement, but it's like indent. Okay, indentation if I take, again it gives me an error. Lambda function take one statement, that too inline. In the same line only you have to place it. If you write like another line, one statement itself, if you write another line, then the time syntactically invalid or not. Lambda function, it supports like written keyword? No. No. Okay, whatever the value is here, that is by default written value. Whatever the value is here, by default that is written value. The next one is like here lambda a comma b print a plus b. Okay, now I called by passing 10 20. The result is what? The result is like 30 now. It's like invalid. Okay, my result is like what? None. My result is like none. Why none? Result is like none. Why none means very simple. What is the value of print call? Print call value. Function call value is what? Written value. Function call any function or method. Written value is okay. Value is a written value. Function call value is a written value. Function call value is written value. Function call value is what? Written value. Now here, print, is it written anything? In Python, print written anything? No, in Python, print is not written anything. Okay, so that, what is my default value? None. If it is not written anything, the default value is like none. The default value is like none. So that result value 1020. The result is like, okay, result is like none. So the result is like none. Okay. Function value is like a written value. So this function written value is like what? None. So that whenever you call the lambda function, it is going to return what? None. So the result is like a none. If you want, I have one more question. If you execute multiple statements, can you tell me the way? Multiple statements, how we can? How we can? In the lambda function, I want to execute multiple statements. Then how we can? Very simple. By default, multiple statements not accept. Even one statement also, that is like inline statement only. So that lambda, okay, this is the lambda, okay, this is the one. It is like what? One statement only, right? This is like one statement only or not. So syntactically valid or invalid, this one. Lambda keyword is there, no arguments, no parentheses, nothing. After that, in the inline itself, after the okay, after the column, we have only one statement is there. Everything is like fine. Now fn you are calling means function should be there, right? Okay, here you can write any number of statements. You can write any number of statements so that my lambda take only one or okay, only one only one statement, that too inline statement. If you want to execute multiple statements, you can simply do one thing. You can call one function. Inside that function, you can write all your statements. You can call one function. Inside that function, you can write all the statements. Understood? Whenever you want to execute multiple statements, whenever you want to execute multiple statements, or we can execute multiple statements by default, it is not accept. You have multiple statements. Once you created a function with multiple statements, that function you can call it. Where you want me to call in the lambda function body, you can call it. Lambda function body, you can call it. Okay, na? Up to okay about the lambda functions. About the lambda functions up to here. Okay. Now I have one question is there. Frequent asked question. You have lambda functions. You have named functions. When you can go with the named function, when you can go with the lambda functions. Any answers? When you can go with the named function and when you can go with the lambda functions. When you can go with the named function, when you can go with the lambda functions. Very simple. First, you can go with the named function. When you can go with, I need a functionality in multiple places. I have one functionality. I want that functionality in multiple places. In that case, want to use some functionality in multiple places. Then which one is the best? Create one named function. Write your statements here. You can call fn how many times you want. How many times you want. Yes or no? You call fn how many times you want. That's what. If you want one functionality multiple times, then that time create how many times you want, that many times you can call it. That many times you can call it. That is like named function. Then you can go with the anonymous, one time you want, I want the functionality only one time. Only one time if you want. Then that time no need to create a function, named function. Okay. No need to assign or allocate some particular memory. Nothing is required. One time usage if you want, better to go with the lambda functions. Better to go with the lambda functions. Okay. The next one. Security wise. Security wise. Tell me. If I have the named function, if I have the name of the function, I can call whenever I want or not without any permission. Directly I can call it or not. Yes or no? If I know the name of the function, I can call it directly or not. Yes. No? If I know the name of the function, I can call it directly. Yes or no? Yes, 100% correct. So that anyone can call it or not. So security is like less for my named function. But lambda functions, name is not there, right? Name is not there, right? It is like difficult. Okay, different ways are there. But directly we are not able to access or not. Directly we are not able to access or not. Compare with named function, lambda function somewhat is like different or difficult to call it or not, to access it or not. So that the reason. Okay, security wise, if you create a named function, anybody can call it. If it is like anonymous functions, who knows the process and everything, those people only can call it on. Okay, that is the security wise. Memory wise, what I can say, name them. three things. Usage wise, which one is the best? If you want to use some functionality in multiple places, best way is like you can create a named function, you can call it how many times you want. You can call it how many times you want. Usage wise. Security wise, which one is the best? If I know the name of the function, I can call without any permission, I can call it or not. Without anyone permission, I can call it or not. But if you want to call the lambda function should be there, then only we can call it, not like name or something. It is like somewhat compare with the named function, it is somewhat different or not. Yes or no? Difficult or not. Security wise, the best thing is like lambda. If it is like normal function, anybody can call it. Memory wise, this is an important. Memory wise, which one is the best? See, whenever you define a function, here to my fn, some memory got allocated or not? Memory got allocated. So at this moment, am I use this function? No, I didn't use. I didn't call it. Before calling only, there has some memory allocated or not for that particular function. There has some memory allocated or not for that particular function. Before usage only, you allocated some memory or not. So whenever you want to call, you can call it. You can call it. Okay, you can get the output. But still my fn existed. My fn exists allocated with what? Allocated with some memory or not? Yes or no? Whenever you created a function, there has some memory got allocated. Memory got allocated. Whenever you call fn, whenever you call this particular fn, that particular fn gives me output. But still, whatever the memory allocated, that memory is available, still existed or not. If we call it again, it is going to give the output. It is going to give the output. Still, my memory is allocated to this fn or not. Still, my memory allocated to this fn or not. Yes or no? The memory allocated to this fn or not? Got my point? Agreed, everyone? Clear, okay. So memory wise, which one is the best? Fn, whenever you defined, memory got allocated. If you want to call, you can call it, you can get the output. But still, fn exists. Okay, still my fn memory existed or not? My fn has some memory or not? It's not like destroyed. Still my fn allocated with some memory or not? Allocated with some memory. But come to the, what I can say, come to the anonymous functions or lambda functions. Okay, now lambda functions, when the memory got delegated, for example, you can take the simple callback example, you can easily understand. Def fn of a, you are calling a. That. Now see how we can call my fn. How you can call my fn? You can call my fn with some parameter. If you not pass the parameter, you can get the error is what? Missing one required positional argument. Yeah. If I pass like a 10, then what is the output? If I pass like a 10, what is the output, anyone? If I pass like a 10, what is the output? A is not a callable. A is not a callable. So if you want to call this one, we need one function or not. So first of all, create that function. Okay, create one function. Create one function. This time, I want to go with the named. Create one function. Okay, anonymous. Okay, anonymous or lambda. Now create one function. So how we can create a function? Okay, into f1. This is my function. Now tell me how we can call it fn of f1. Now see, whenever you define a function, it's like a named function. It is allocated with some memory. This fn you pass it to what? This fn you pass it to what? This f1 pass it to fn. Whenever you pass f1 as an argument to fn, it's like a callback. So here, my a called means indirectly you are calling what? Fn, f1 or not. Here a is nothing but f1. Indirectly you are calling like what? F1 or not. Once you call a, means once you call my f1 executed and printed like a output f1. But still my memory, which is allocated for my fn, still existed or not. So memory is not destroyed, which is allocated to my f1. But come to the lambda function, fn lambda lambda. Okay, here just you can call it. Just you can call it. Now tell me. Now tell me. F1 is nothing but this one. You assign the value, this value to whom? You assign this value to whom? Assign this value or pass this value to my fn or not. So this value go to my fn as a argument. Okay. My a is what? Lambda function. You executed a is nothing but you are calling this one. But the thing is, whenever the local variable memory got allocated, okay, that memory is going to destroy, okay, whenever this particular function execution is completed. Now see, this lambda function, this is a lambda function assigned to a. So my a is like lambda function. So this is the local variable to my fn. The memory got allocated to my local variable. Once you call this, once you call it, then that time, okay, it is going to execute that one. After that, there is no statements, nothing is there. It's like everything is like clear. There is no statements, nothing is there. So whenever the function execution is completed, whatever the memory allocated for the local variables, that memory got destroyed. Whatever the memory allocated for the local variables, that particular function execution is completed, automatically that memory got destroyed. If it is like lambda function, allocated the memory, at the same time, the destroy is also happened. Whenever the function execution is completed, it is going to destroy it. But if you come to the named function, this particular function, whatever you allocated the memory, still existed or not. Agreed? Memory wise? Memory wise, which one is the best? Come on. Come on, memory wise, which one is the best? Three things we discussed. One is like uses. One is like uses. If it is like normal function, anybody can use it. Anybody can call it. Anybody can call it. Okay. If the functionality, if you want to use in multiple places, then the time you can go with the name. One time users only, go with the lambda function. Security wise, if somebody know the name, if they know the name of the function, they can call any number of times or not. How many times they want, wherever they want, they can call it or not. So that much security we are not able to provide. We are not able to restrict it. But if it is like lambda function, okay, it's like one time usage only. If it is like callback, see one time only, right? Your passed that is called destroyed. That's it. Memory wise, if it is like named function, whenever you create a named function, then the time memory got allocated. Whenever you executed that particular function, output you can get it. Still my memory existed, still my fn is available. Still my fn is available. So best example for memory is like so. TFFN, you expected like one parameter here. You expected like one parameter here, a call. That's all. Now, fn take one parameter. Whose type is like what? Yeah. Okay. Whose type is like what? Whose value, whose reference is like what? Yeah. My a type is what? It's a function. So that two ways we can fix it, or two ways we can call it. One is like you can call fn by passing named function. Another one is like you call fn by passing anonymous function. Now if you come here, def f1 print of f1, f1 of f1, fn of f1. Whenever you pass this named function, okay, the named function is going to call back. Named function is going to call back. Okay, it is going to print the output, but still my f1 memory is like existed or not. But if you come to the lambda function, you can pass the lambda function as an argument to my fn, so that it is like a local argument or local variable to that particular. It is like a local variable to this particular one, to this particular fn or not. Local variables memory got allocated when whenever if you assign some value, the memory is going to allocate it. When it is going to destroy, when it's going to destroy, once my function execution is completed, automatically it is going to destroy. Once my function execution is completed, automatically it is going to destroy it. So that memory wise, best suitable one is like lambda functions. In this case, best suitable one is like what? Lambda functions or not. Any questions up to here? Anyone have any questions? No? So if anybody asks like, what is the difference between named and anonymous? What's your answer? All these things you can explain. Named, anonymous. If anybody asks, just explain all these things. Any questions, anyone? No? Okay. The next one is like higher order function, another syntax is there. Let's go with that, okay? I think we discussed this. Okay, when we can say one function is like higher order, two ways, right? When we can say one function is like a higher order function. The function which take function as an argument, that is one. The function which returns one more function as a return value, or the function which returns one more function as a return value. Then that so we can say like a higher order function or not. So can you write one higher order function? Okay. Second point, higher order, which returns me one more function as a return value. How we can? F fn return lambda run. Okay. Now I want this 100 as an output. Can you fill this? To get the output is like 100. Can you fill this gap? Anyone? Don't know. Very simple, right? The function which returns one more function, so that my fn is like higher order number. I want to get like output is like 100, right? So that you can call fn. Whenever you call a function call always gives me what? Return value. So that function call return value is what? This one or not. So my return value is this one, lambda 100. Return value is this one or not. Lambda 100 is which type? Lambda 100 is which type? Function type. So that if it is like a function, can we call it? If it is like a function, can we call it? Whenever you call the function, is nothing but lambda function. Whenever you call the function is nothing but what? Lambda function. Whatever the return value, you can get it. Whatever the value, you can get it. So you call fn. Fn is going to give the return value. Whenever you call the return value, is nothing but this lambda function returns me what? Returns me what? Returns me 100 or not. So finally, you can print the output is like 100. Finally, you can print the output is like 100 or not. Clear, okay, everyone? So higher order functions we can call like different names also. Higher order functions we can call like pure functions. We can call like pure functions. The next one is like we can say like a decorator functions also. Okay. There has one more syntax is like decorators. Okay, we'll discuss that one. Okay, either pure functions you can say, either decorator functions you can say, either higher order functions you can say. All are related to only one. It is pointing to the function which returns one more function or which take one function as a parameter. Okay, na? So let me write one simple syntax for a decorator. Okay. Okay, let me open our what I can say, online editor. Okay. I'm going to write the code. Just you can explain it. Okay, just a moment, right? See what I'm writing. Just you can observe. Without any errors, can you call fn? Without any errors, can you call fn? Any one of you. Without any errors, can you call fn? Hmm? Come on. Fn which take one argument. That argument type is what? A is an argument. How we are using A? You are calling A, right? So my A type is a function. So one function is required. Okay. Now my A is a function. Okay, perfect. Now this A return, okay, A is argument. That argument used inside this function. And finally, my Fn returns me what? Finally, my Fn returns me what? F1 or okay, here you can write like F. Okay. Now call the function. Fn. Next.
Pass F2.
Pass F2. Okay. Next. Some output should come.
Yeah, it will return F1 function.
So can I
Store that in a variable.
value?
Yeah.
Go like this. Okay. Next.
We can call that val function.
We can call that val. Is a function, right? If you know this is
Yes.
like a function, can I use like F3? Can I call my F3? Okay. That F3.
Expecting a parameter.
One more parameter, right? One more parameter or not. Okay, now it is going to return what?
A value.
One value, output, right? So finally, can I print the output? Finally, can I print the output? The value is like 30 or not? See, my fn calling, okay. Fn, inside the f1, fn is nothing but these many statements. A, how we are using? What is the type of A? What is the type of A?
It's a function.
It is a function, right? It is a function. So that I call fn by passing one function as a parameter. So this is going to execute it and finally returns me one value. What is the value? The value is like f1 function. So that return value I am holding. So f3 is nothing but f1. No? You can call f3. You can call f3. But f3 is nothing but this f1. No? While calling f3, my number 2. See, number 2 value you have to pass it. I pass it like number 3 value. Whenever you call f3 is nothing but this one. Whenever you call f3 by passing number 2 is like 20. So here number 1 of A, here calling. Whenever you call f2, A is nothing but f2. Whenever you call f2, you can get like 10 or you can get the values like what? 10. Yes, no? You can get the values like 10. So here A calling gives me the value is like 10. So number 1 is like 10. So number 1 is like a 10. What about number 2? What about number 2? Number 2 is like 20, right? 10 plus 20 is returned again. So whenever you return 10 plus 20, that is hold with what? Output. So finally my output is like what? Finally my output is like what? 30 or not? The same requirement I want to implement using decorators. I want to implement using decorators. The same requirement I want to implement using decorators. Tell me how we can syntactical how it looks like the decorator. The same example only can take it. Okay. Okay. So decorator syntactical how it looks like, you know, at the rate symbol. Okay, at the rate symbol you can add on top of my f2. So just decorate f2. Decoration is nothing but okay, adding some extra features, something like that, right? So decorate f2 means okay, just you can decorate at the rate with some value. Then you can say my f2 is like decorated. My f2 is like decorated. So my question is like, which function you are passing as an argument to another function? Which function you are passing as an argument to another function? Come on, which function? My f2 function, I want to pass as an argument to which function? Fn function argument. So that, can I decorate this one like Fn? Whenever I decorated like Fn, we can understand like this f2 you are passing as an argument to my fn. Once the decorator is done, okay, now you can call it. Once my decorator is done, just you can call it. You can call this one. You can call it. You can call it. Now this one returns me what? Somewhere. This one returns me somewhere.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. I didn't understand that decorator.
Which one?
In line number 8, you have written something, right? That I didn't understand.
So this particular f2 you want to pass to my fn, right? As per this one. See this. F2 you are passing as an argument to fn or not.
Yes.
Fn which take one parameter, right? Fn which take like one parameter. Okay, otherwise we can do simple example. Fn print, yeah, something like this. Okay, if you want to call fn, what do you require?
We need one function.
Function, right? So how we can call it?
Fn by passing f1.
Okay, you're calling like what? Fn. Okay, by passing like what? F1 or yes or no? Okay, now it returns me what? Some output, right? Some value is going to return. So can I print like that? What is the output?
You're already printing.
Second,
You're already printing in line number 3.
we already printed, right?
Yeah.
So you can just call, you cannot require anything else. This is also not required. No? Okay, no? Now what I'm going to do is this function you want to pass to whom? This function you want to pass to whom? Fn.
Fn.
So you can use the decorator like Fn. Okay. Now if I call my F1, if I call my F1, the answer is what? Okay, check. My type object is not column. F1 non-type object is nothing but it is going to return me what? None. So return that. Integer object is not column.
You can, yeah, just keep val.
Now you can see if the decorator is not there, if the decorator is not there, then what you are going to do? You can call fn. Okay, this one let me comment it. Okay, comment this one, and this one also can comment, and this one also can comment. My answer should be 10. Okay, so how we can get it? Fn of
F1
f1.
call.
So it returns me what?
It's going to return a
Function, right?
yeah.
One function. Okay, now what you have to do?
We need to call it again.
So you can call it, and then print that. Yes, sir. So you have fn, that fn you passed, okay, f1 I mean, you have f1, that f1 you passed as an argument to fn while calling. It is going to return one more function. Okay, I know that is like a function. That function I called, so that is gives me the return value. That return value I printed or not. This one, you know, this is like a callback concept. So through decorators also we can achieve the same thing. Okay, so come here. Which function you want to decorate to fn? Which function you want to decorate to fn? Fn. Which function you want me to pass?
F1.
F1, right? So to whom you want me to pass? To whom you want me to decorate?
Fn.
Fn, right? So that you can write like @fn. Okay, done. After that, this particular function internally you are calling what? This function only, right? The whole thing you are calling like what?
F1. I mean, we are calling F1.
F1 only, right? So decorated with this one means, okay, it is go to here and it is going to return that particular value or not. Okay, can you check it? Is it really going on? So how we can check? Print FM call. See? That means whenever you call F1, it is go to where? Come on.
It will go to
Decorated
FN.
function or not? Okay. Now you can ask a question. Okay, this decorator is not there. Then simply you are calling which function?
F1.
F1 function. It is going to return me
10.
10. So it is going to print a 10 or not? Simply. Okay. Now if I open this one also, if this is like commented, then the time also it's like what? 10 only is going to give, right? 10 only is going to give
Yes.
or not? My question is like, is it really this particular decorator from, okay, this you decorated this F1 to Fn, right? Is it really internally Fn called or not? I want to know that. For that purpose, now print it. That's all. Now you can print it. Now see, if I write something like this, my F1 passed as an argument to Fn and my Fn called or not. See this. Fn called or not?
Yes.
Come on, to whom you decorated that particular function called by passing this value as an argument or not. Okay, this is only the proof, right? Fn called. Okay, once it is like called, okay, here what it is going to give? This particular value directly. Okay, not like a function or something. Okay, directly the return value. If you want some extra functionality, if you want to do it, you can do it. Okay, here can I convert into of here? What it's going to be? Check. This is not the right place.
Maybe you have to perform the operation in line number 8 only, right?
Here you're talking.
Yeah, because it is saying line number 4.
And this value only is going to return, right? Okay, just you can print one more. Okay, okay. We'll see which one is going to execute it first. One more. Now first Fn called, that means this function called, and this function called, and it is going to return some value. It is going to return some value. After that, which function is going to call?
F1.
F1 is like called or not? After that, my F1 is like called. Okay, this F1 called bypass. Okay, the return value is like what? 10, right? Okay. Now, is there any values are you getting here? If you pass any value here, first which one called? Fn called. You decorated this one, that the reason. Okay, my Fn called by passing this a value. By passing a value is nothing but this one or not? It is like passed. Okay, now it is going to return what? A. Okay, whenever it is returns a, okay, then the time internal is like called this particular function or not?
Can we do one thing? Can we remove line number 4?
For this one.
I mean, written. Yeah.
Okay. If you not written anything, okay, none type object is not callable. Okay,
Okay.
whatever the decorator internally, whatever it is going to return, that is like called.
Okay.
Okay, you pass this one as like a argument, right? That argument internally they called or not? Okay, if you not written anything, what is my default value? None.
None.
It is like none. None type object is not callable or not? Yes or no? Okay, so
Yes.
that you supposed to be written that the return value should be a function. If you written like 10, integer object is not callable or not. Yes or no? So my decorator you have to keep to one function only. You have to decorate, okay, you have to place the decorator to one function only. That function only you have to pass as an argument to this one at the rate of n. Okay, decorate one function to another function, passes an argument only. Now, whenever you call fn, this particular f1, you are going to pass as an argument. Okay, there is no doubt at all. So my a is like which type of function only? Yes or no? So first my fn called by passing f1 as a parameter. Okay, so my return, whatever you returned, that return value again it is going to do what? That return value again it's like called or not. Yes or no? What is the return value? What is the return value? My return value is like what? Come on. Whatever you pass as an argument, that is only the return value, right? Okay. Here, if you want print of a, what it is going to give? Which function? Come on, f1 only, right? Okay, that means higher order. Okay, callback, both are included. You pass this f1 as an argument to fn or not. You pass f1 as an argument to fn or not. See, it's like simplifying the syntax more than that, nothing. At the rate fn. Wherever you see at the rate fn, okay, or at the rate one function means this function you pass as an argument to this function. Like that you can see. Whenever you pass this function as an argument to this function, okay, so my a executed, my fn called and returns me what? That particular one. Whatever this decorator function returned, okay, whatever you returned, that should be what? That should be a function only. That function is nothing but this one, right? That function called, okay, expecting how many parameters? Expecting how many parameters? One parameter, right? So that one parameter I passed. Okay, so finally, this particular 10 plus x is nothing but 20. That value will be printed or not. Sorry,
Yes.
got the point. Okay, you can take one more example from here. Go to department. Go to this, the functions concept. The functions one is not done right. At the red decorator. This is the what is this one? See, my m1. It's take like one parameter. Same example only. The number you called. Okay, so finally it is going to return this particular function again. That function you are calling or yes or no. How can I execute this? Column scrolls. So this. Check it. I'm calling m1. Which take number one argument. I am using the number as a function so that I need a function that m3 I passed. Okay, na? And returns me what? M2. M2 is like one more function so that this one returns me a result. Okay, returns me one more function. Okay, it returns me one more function. That one you can keep in mind. Returns me one more function. Okay, once it returns one more function, that function you call. Once you call this function, it returns some value. That value you printed out. That's it. That is like a normal general syntax. Now I want to go with the decorator. Okay, which one you want me to pass as an argument? M3, right? To whom you want me to pass this one as an argument? To whom you want me to pass? This M3, to whom you want me to pass as an argument? M1, right? Decorate to M1 or not. So that whenever you decorated your M3 with M1 means we can understand like M3 you pass as an argument to M1. M3 you pass as an argument to M1. Whenever you use like a decorator, see here, here you use like M1 you called something like that. But now don't call like M1, just you can call your decorator function. Okay, this M3, whenever you call M3, what happened? Whenever you call M3, what happened? Come on, up to here only if you write, there is nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. See this. Here only you can do the change. Okay. This is the one. Now at the rate M1, if I write like this, what it means? You pass this M3 as an argument to M1 or not. No syntax error, nothing. Is it really called or not now itself? Here also can I put some statement? Print M3 called. Okay. Now, whenever you decorated itself, my M1 called or not? Whenever you decorated itself, my M1 called or not? Yes or no? Okay. Now, M1 called by passing how many parameters? One. M1 called by passing how many parameters? Here, M3 is like one parameter. Na? That parameter only is called or not. Okay, that parameter only passed. Now see. So up to here, I didn't call M3 nothing. Simply whenever I decorated, okay, so it is called my M1 called by passing M3 as a parameter or not. Whenever I decorated, yes or no? So this is all the proof. Yes, no. Whenever I use like M1 decorator to my M3, okay, I didn't use, nothing happened. Whenever I use the M1 decorator to my M3, okay, my M1 called by passing M3 as a parameter or not. Agree that everyone?
Yes.
M3 as a parameter, done. Now the next thing, next level is like, okay, now it is like already called, right? Okay, now here two persons only, two members only. M3, M1 only. My M1 called by passing M3. So my M3 where it is now? My M3 with whom now? M1. Just think like that. Okay. Now here what we did? Here what you did? Come on. You call like you defined M2. You defined M2. Okay. Just you return like M2. Okay. That is your business requirement. You can say. Now come here again. Now the next one is like what? You call what now? You call like a M3 or not? You call like M3. Now if you come here, okay, now you call like M3. If I print this X7, the previous one output is what? This one only. Okay, here only made some changes, so that's okay, fine. M1 called, yeah, my output is like a 12. Directly you can get the output or not. Now we can say Whenever you decorated my m1 called by passing this m3 as a parameter. Okay, done. Now you are calling like what? This m3, right? Now you are calling like this m3 or not? Whenever you calling this m3, okay, directly you can get the output. Directly you can get the output. So internally what happened? Whenever you call this m3, okay, which is decorated to my m1, okay, which is passed to my m1, whenever you call this one directly you can get the output, means internally in this line what happened? Internally in this line what happened? Come on.
M1 of M3.
Okay, whatever the return value from my m1, that return value is like called or not? Yes or no? What is the return value? What is the return value? This m1 return value is like what? Whatever this
M2.
m3 go to m1 and m1 returns me something to my m3. Whenever you call like m3, what my m1 given? M2. So my m2 called, whenever I call like m2, okay, here what? X equals to number. Number is nothing but m3. M3 returns me what? 10.
10.
So 10 plus 2, 12. That 12 is like returned and assigned to my x or not. Yes or no? See, this M3, whenever you call, okay, internally what happened? Whatever this decorator function returns, that return value, okay, that return value is like your output of, okay, this particular returns what my M1 returns, M2. That M2 internally called, whatever it is going to return, that one only it is going to give me the output of. Now, my M1 is returns me M2. For example, if it returns me something, is it really, okay, whatever the return value you given, M3 you given to M1. My M1 given back to M3 is like what? 10. Okay, whenever you call like M3, this return value is like called. What is my return value now? What is my return value now? Come on, 10. If we call 10, then the time we can get the output is like what? Integer
Int
object
object is not callable.
Okay, now see. M3 function you pass as an argument to M1. My M1 returns me one more function. My M1 returns me one more function back or not. Whenever you call like M3, internally whatever the function written by my M1, that is like called, and that particular value only, that particular function return value only can get like an output or not.
Correct.
Yes or no? Okay, this is the thing is happened in the background because of which line? Because of this ninth line or not? Got the point?
Yes.
Okay, just you can go through this one. Okay, if you have any questions, we'll discuss in next session. Okay, tomorrow.
So basically, like,
Sir, do you have a couple of minutes?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, can you go to that code once again?
This one.
VS code. This one. Sir, as per my understanding, can you comment that line number 9?
Line number 9. This one, huh? Okay, let me
Yeah.
comment it.
And also comment the line number 15.
15, huh? Okay.
Yeah. So below the line number 15, can you take variable X?
Below line number,
Yeah, you can keep that print statement.
you want me to keep it like print statement X, huh? X
Yeah.
not there. X not there. First.
Yeah. Try to define X
You want me to
above the print statement.
X equals to
X equal to M1 of
M1 of
M3. M3. Yeah.
M3. Okay.
And call that, wait. And call that M3. After that, put some empty parentheses after M3.
After M3, you want me to put like this, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now elaborate now. So no decorator, nothing. It's like a general statement only. M1, okay, na? m1. Okay, so you can come here, you pass like a number. Okay, it's not a number, it's like a function only. Okay,
Yeah.
so my m2 and returns what m2. Okay, directly you can come to the return. Okay, so it gives me up to here m2. Now you called what, that m2. Okay,
Yeah.
so here you are calling this one.
Yes.
Okay, m2 call. So
Yeah.
whenever you call m2, okay, already number is there. Okay, so the value is like 12. The value is like 12.
What I mean to say is the output is same, right? In the previous
Output
X
is like
also.
same. Yes, yes, output is like same. Okay, instead of
Mhm.
this one, this code, you can use like a decorator also. That's it. Alternate.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I mean to say. To
Yeah.
avoid this confusion and to
Yeah, you
simply
can go with that.
implement this functionality,
Yeah, you can go with
the decorator is coming into the
yeah,
picture, right?
you can go with that one. But if anybody asks the question like a decorator,
Yeah.
then that time you have to answer. Whenever you place like a decorator, okay, you call this decorator function. You call this function by passing this one as an argument. That is the first thing. You call m1
Yeah.
only. Okay, this one you not call now. Okay, this one everything is like you not call. Okay, directly you can get the output, right? Directly you can get the output.
Yeah, that's what, sir. I mean to say, behind the scenes, how decorator is
Yes,
working.
yeah,
It's like this, I
yes, you are
think.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the previous one, whatever it is, okay, that one is like, okay, with decorator, you can achieve the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you call
Got it,
m1
sir.
by passing m3 as an argument. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and it is going to return back what? Okay, it is going to return one more function or not. Whenever you call like m3, okay, here only one thing is like our scope. Either you can call m3 or either you can call m1. That's it. Remaining all are like inside, right? Yes or no? M2 can I call outside?
Yes, sir.
No, right? Okay, either you can
No,
call
sir.
M1 or either you can call M3. M1 already called. Okay, whenever this statement itself is not there, my M1 called or not at the time of decorated. Yes or no? My M1 called or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my M1 by passing this M3 as an argument, now my output not yet come. Okay, it's going to return something. Okay, that return value also you want to call means just you can call another function is like M3. Whenever you call like M3, whatever the return value is there, that return value is going to call. That return value means M2. M2 is going to call and give me the output. Okay, whatever it is going to give as like an output, that output you can print here. Okay, finally you can get like what? 12 only or not. Okay, both are like same one. Agreed?
Got it, sir.
Okay, just you can go through that one, we'll see. Okay then, thank you guys. Thanks for joining. We'll continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.